Good morning, everyone. So as I have told, and most of the participants also messaged me asking about the explanation part of the questions for this intelligence ability 2 quiz which we have played. So quickly we'll begin this. So you don't need any quiz link for this particular explanation part, because I'm going to just quickly go ahead and continue with this. So this was the first question in that particular quiz, and we asked to pick the odd one out, where different options were given: dull, tense, calm, gloomy, distress. So which one is the correct answer for that? And we will also see why that particular answer is correct. Okay, distress is the right answer. So why distress is the right answer for that? We'll check that. See, distress is the odd one. Why? So all others except distress are adjectives, while distress is a noun. That is why distress is the odd one which you need to pick. So let's move on to the next one to see what's the next question there. So pick the odd one again. In this, the options were ginger, cabbage, potato, carrot, and beetroot. Now, what is the answer here? Now, whatever you might have selected on that day, let's quickly check what is the right answer, and why it is right answer. So cabbage is the right answer, but why? So here's the explanation comes. Cabbage is the odd one among the given options, and except cabbage, remaining all grow under the soil. If you have noticed, carrot, beetroot, and all the other options were given, they grow under the soil. So it's a simple explanation there. Quickly, let's move on to the next question without wasting your time. We'll get to know the explanations for each and everything. Okay, here again we have this pick the odd one out, and for this we have different options: wool, jute, cotton, nylon, and silk. Right? So nylon is the right answer. But why nylon is the right answer, why it is the odd one, we'll check. Because nylon is a synthetic fiber, while all others are natural fibers. Right? So everything else were, we get those fibers naturally, but nylon is synthetic, it's a man-made. So quickly looking into the next question. What was the next question? Pick the odd one out here. So options were given: kindness, humorous, grief, anger, joy. So among these, which one is the right answer? We will quickly look, and we will also see the explanation. So humorous is the right answer for this particular question and these options. Why humorous is the right answer? Because humorous is used as adjective, while all others are used as nouns. So I hope this is giving you a thought, and it's helping you to continue your thought process, how we have to think while answering the questions. So here, pick the odd one out. We have the options: whale, crow, buffalo, goat, hawk. And if I remember, majority of the participants selected whale on that day, but hawk is the right answer. So why hawk is the right answer? Why it is not whale? Because all other mammals, including whale, they give birth. They are mammals. Where hawk is a bird and it lays eggs. That is why hawk is the odd one. But looking at the whale, maybe they thought because it is the only animal which lives inside the water, they selected. So pick the odd one here: 1321, 1927, 1523, 1624, and 1120. But which is the right answer? 1120 is the right answer. That is the odd one among the given options. Why 1120 is the odd one? Because 1120 have a difference, except 1120, remaining all have the difference between the two numbers is 8. So you can check back again if you would like to. So that is how it was 1120 has become odd one. Let's quickly move on to the next question. And here we have the options 73 61, 57 69, 42 29, 47 59, 37 49. So which one is the odd one? 42 29 is the odd one. And why 42 29 is the odd one? Because except 42 21, in all the other both numbers of pairs are odd. Only here 42 is the even number. So that's how it is. So quickly moving on to the next question. So here we have 95 82, 69 56, 55 42, 48 34, 85 72. And which one is the odd one among this? 48 34 is the odd one. And why 48 34 is the odd one? Because in all the others except 48 34, first number is greater than the second number by 13. So they have the equal difference 13, but here it's not. That is why this is the odd one. See, in these kind of questions we have to be real fast while thinking and making our judgment. And this happens when we habituate making all these things. So now we have the options here: 89, 64 8, 36 6, 49 7, 11 121. So what is the odd one among these? Option A, 89. 80 and 9, this pair is odd one out. And why it is odd one out? Because except 89, the first number is the perfect square of the second number in the others, in other pairs, or else the second number is the perfect square of the first number. But in 80 and 9, it's not a perfect square of anything. That is why this one is the odd one. So quickly move on to the next question. And here we have the options 35, 53, 62, 73, 44. Right? So in this, which one is the odd one? And to pick the odd one, we have 7 3 is the odd one. Among all the given options, 7 3 is the odd one. So if we have to know why 7 3 is the odd one, because in all the other pairs except 7 3, the sum of both numbers in the pairs is equal to 8. But 7 3, it gives us the total 10, not 8. That is why 7 3 is the odd one. Quickly check the next question. And here we have alphabets D E P Q T U M O F G. Here, which one is the odd one? Okay, here M O is the odd one. And why M O is the odd one? I think so many people have asked me this one. So except M O, in all the pairs, the second letter is plus 1 to the first letter. So you can check back and you can check those details. That is why M O is. If it has to be right, then it should be M N. It's not. It is M O. So N O. It's M plus 2 is O. That is why it is odd one. So let's check the next question. Next question, we have the pairs XW, FG, ML, PO, and TS. So which one is the odd one? Among these pairs, we have FG is the odd one. And why FG is the odd one? Because except FG, in all the other pairs, the second letter is minus 1 to the first letter. Right? So that is why FG is the odd one. And I'm sure and I'm hope that these explanations are helping you. Let's move on to the next question. Okay, here the options, okay, I missed the options. Let me check once again. Here the options are BD, MP, NQ, HK, and TW. And among these options, we have BD is the odd one. And why BD is the odd one? Because except BD, in all the other pairs, the second letter is plus 3 to the first letter. Great. Let's move on to the next question. Now here we have the options KP, MN, HR, GT and EV. Among this, which one is the odd one? And it is HR is the odd one. And why HR is the odd one? Because except in HR, in all the other pairs, the letter are opposite letters. Like if we write in a tabular form, starting from A and from the last, A equals to Z, and B equals to Y, and C equals to X, so on. If you write the opposite letters, then HR is not opposite letters. That is why HR is the odd one. So quickly, let's check the next question. Now here the options are TV, MQ, PR, DF, EG. Now looking into these options, MQ is a different one, and I probably believe when we conducted the quiz, instead of EG it was mentioned as FG. So few participants got confused. They got two odd ones. So it was my bad typing error. So except in MQ, in all the other pairs, the second letter is +2 to the first letter. That's why MQ is the odd one. So whenever you find any mistake in the quiz, you are welcome to give me the suggestion immediately. So here, if ashes is to fire, then what is it for explosion? The options were given: flame, death, sound, debris, radiation. So here the answer is debris. And why it is debris, right? So ashes, when fire happens, ashes is the last thing which will happen, which will be like a reminder for us, right? I mean, that will be the last stage of any fire accident. You will have nothing but ashes. In the same way, if any explosion happens, debris means the pieces of broken buildings or pieces of broken bodies or anything, that is called debris. So here it is, S is the silent letter in that, debris is the correct pronunciation. So that is why debris is the right answer. So let's move on to the next question. So here, education is for illiteracy. Then what is it for flood? And the options were given: rain, bridge, dam, river, sea. So what is it for flood? So here, education is for literacy. In what way? Because if a person is educated, then it is an end of illiteracy. By making someone educated, you are killing the illiteracy. In the same way, how you can control dams? How you can control floods? That will happen when you construct dams. So dams, with the help of dams, we can get rid of these floods. That is why dams is the right answer. So let's quickly move on to the next question. Here, stomach is for food, and what is it for fuel? We have all the options: plane, truck, engine, automobile, aircraft. Engine is the right answer. But why engine is the right answer? So whenever you eat something, it goes and it stays in the stomach, and from there it will help you to give you the energy. In the same way, when fuel is given filled in any vehicle, that fuel goes to the engine, and engine provides that mechanical energy to run the vehicle, right? So in that way, engine is the right answer. Let's move on to the next question. So here, mountain is for hills, and what is it for stream? So in that way, we have the options: river, canal, glacier, avalanche, and clouds. So here, river is the right answer. And why river is the right answer? Because as mountain contains the hills, in the same way, rivers have streams of water. That is why if many hills are there in one mountain, and the same way, many streams will be there in the river. Like that, river is the right answer. Let's move on quickly to the next question. Now here, death is for growth. So what is it for increase, right? So options were given: ease, decrease, tease, cease, and large. So here, the correct option is cease. Why it is cease is the right answer? Because as death is the end point of any growth. So once the death happens, there will be no growth of any organism. In the same way, cease is the end of increase. Cease means like, stopping everything. So moving on to the next question. So here you need to complete the series, and the series is 2, 3, 8, 63. So what comes next after this 63, and why is that answered? You have 5 different options, but 3968 is the right answer. But why? Because the series started like this. So 2 into 2 minus 1, so equals to 3. Then again 3 into 3 minus 1 equals to 8. Then again 8 into 8 minus 1, 63. In that way, if we see in the same way, 63 into 63 minus 1, and that comes to the total 3968. This is how the series was completed, right? Let's check the next question. Now the series here is 1, 2, 6, 24. So 1, 2, 6, 24. In this, you have 5 different options, and to complete the series, 120 is the right answer. Why 120 is the right answer? Because 1 into 2 equals to 2, and again 2 is multiplied with 3, that comes 6. So 6 is multiplied, the answer 6 is multiplied with 4, and this answer 24 should be multiplied with 5. That gives you the total 120. So that is how the series is completed there. Let's quickly check the next one. Now here the series is 2, 15, 4, 41, 80, and what comes next after this? And the right option in the given 5 options is 132. And why 132 is the right answer? Because look here, after 2 plus 13 equals to 15. Then 15 plus 13 plus 13, 2 13s are added. Then 3 13s are added. To complete the series, you need to add 4 13s. So that is how the series is completed, and 132 is the right answer. So now quickly check the next question. Now here the series is 6, 13, 28, and what comes next? And 5 options given again, and which one is the right answer? 59 is the right answer. And why 59 is the right answer? Here's the explanation. So you have 6 into 2 plus 1. Then the answer is 13. And take that 13, multiply it again with 2, plus now you have to add one more number, 2. That means you will add 1, then 2, and then 3. But the answer will be multiplied with 2, but the additional number will be 1 more than previous one. So 6 into 2 plus 1, 13 into 2 plus 2, 28 into 2 plus 3. That's how the series is given. So 59 is the right answer. So quickly moving on to the next question. And here the question series is 3, 9, 27, 81. And most of the people did it right on that day, I guess. It looked very simple for everyone. And the answer is 243. Why 243 is the right answer? Because 3 into 3 equals to 9. Again, that 9 is multiplied with 3 again, 27. That 27 is multiplied with 3, 81. And this 81 should be multiplied with 3. That gives 243. That's the right answer. That's how the series is completed. Now, moving on to the next one. Here the series, alphabetical series, ZADEHINO. So what comes, which option comes next? But if you have carefully observed this series, of course T is the right answer. But why T is the right answer? Because if you have observed this series, you have vowels in it. If see, the second letter is A, fourth letter is E, sixth I, and eighth O. A, E, I, O. So what is the next letter in the vowels? A, E, I, O, U. But what is the a predecessor of that particular letter given? That means that one letter before that A is Z. That means -1, right? So here next vowel is E and -1 is D. I -1 H, O -1 N. In that way, if instead of question mark, what you should have? -1 of u, and then u should come. So that is how it is. The series is completed. ZADEHINO, and what is -1 of u? It is t. So t is the right answer. So that's how the series is completed. Moving on to the next question. This question, the series, alphabetical series DFIMR. So what comes next? So here x is the right answer, but why? Why x is the right answer? Because, so here if you have observed, see, d plus 2 equals to f, then f plus 3, I plus 4, m plus 5, r plus 6. That's how the series is completed. Whenever you with the next letter, first of all d is added to 2, then you get the answer f. For f you are adding 3. Like that, you have to increase one number and add it to the answer. That's how the series is completed, and x is the right answer. Moving on to the next question. So here the series A, C, F, J, O, right? Here for this series we have u as the answer. And why u is the right answer? Because the same calculation, a plus 2 equals to c, take the c and add 3, f, and take that f, add 4, j, take the a, j, add 5, you got o, and take the o and add 6. You should add 6, then you will get the u. So these things, if we know in how many ways we can complete the series, so next time when you are participating in the quiz, your brain starts thinking in all these ways subconsciously without your notice, then you will quickly arrive to the answer. So this part is explanation part. The regular 7:30 quiz will be there. Yes. The series is A, C, B, D, F, E, G, I. So what is the next? So here in this series, the answer is H. But why H is the right answer? Because look into the given explanation on the screens very carefully. Here, A plus 2, that means you need to see in what way it is given. First 2 is added, then -1. Then 2 times 2 is added, then -1. So then the next series will be, you have to add 3 times 2, and then it goes -1. Like that, the series will be continued. So that is how it is. A plus 2 equals to C, and take that C -1B. So 1 time 2 is completed. Next, with that answer, you will add 2 plus 2 times you will add 2. In that way, 2 -1 plus 2 -1, then plus 2 plus 2 plus 2. 3 times you have to add 2, then it will go again -1. If this series, actually in this question, the series is stopped by G, and they asked, stopped at I, and they asked what is the next. But sometimes they might ask, stop at K, and they will ask you what's next. Then the answer will be J. In that way, the series we have to identify. So quickly, let's move on to the next question. So here, OPI, OPM, OPR, OP what? So that's how the series is. So what is the answer in this? X. But why X? So if you have observed, the series is like this: OP some letter, OP again another letter. So how that was calculated? OP I is given, and to that I if you add 4, you will get M. That's why the next one is OPM, and to that M you are adding 5, you will get R, and to that R what you have to do? 4, 5, next letter is 6. So if you add 6 to the R, it comes X. That's why X is the answer. So let's check the next question. Now, this is coding and decoding. If platform is written as RMOFTAPL, then how will be personified coded as? So sometimes for the first time users, it will be difficult, but definitely it is easy if you try to, if you practice few more. So all that you have to do is we have to train our brain to imagine in what way they have written the code language. So platform, if you observe it, see that first 2 letters are separated, and again last 2 letters are separated. So PL and RM is separated. ATFO is written in reverse order, and the same time RM is brought to the place of PL, PL has gone to the place of RM, and the middle 4 letters are written in the reverse order. If we write this same code for personified, so pull the PE first 2 letters, pull ED last 2 letters, and all the remaining letters write it in a reverse way and bring ED to PE position and PE to ED position and then mix them. That is why EDIFINOSRPE is the answer. These things, yes, you can do it in within 10 or 20 seconds also. It's just that we need to know in what ways we can actually think. So by knowing these answers, your brain will know, yes, you have to think in this way also. For example, if you have visited Delhi for the first time and you don't know where Agra is, or you don't know where Lotus Temple is, you don't know how to go to Agra, or you don't know how to Lotus Temple. But one day when you go, or maybe you climb you will hire a taxi or something, that driver will take you to Lotus Temple in one direction. But next time when you visit Delhi, you know one route. But when you hire the taxi again, if he takes you into another direction, then you will learn another way also to the same place, right? So you will be knowing different ways. So your mind will start thinking in many ways. It's very good to practice these intelligence ability questions. Now this code, you see the word special is coded as RQDDHBK. Then what Asander will be coded as? So Y, and also we'll see why the answer is. So ZTTOCFQ is the answer, but why? So here carefully observe. Special, in special S and -1 they took, R has come, and second letter they have made addition, +1, again -1 +1, -1 +1, -1. In that way the series was given and they have coded special as RQDD HBK. Now in the same way, if you use the same coding, -1 +1, -1 +1, -1 +1 for Asander, you will get ZTTOCFQ. That's the answer. So quickly moving on to the next question. Now here, manager is written as PXQXJBU. We don't know. We need to find out why manager is written like that. Then we can write in the same way stimulated as well. So what's the answer here? And why that answer is the right one, we will see. See, manager is written like this: +3 -3 +3 -3 +3 -3 +3. In same way you write stimulator, you will get this answer VQ LJ XI DQ HA. That's the answer. So all that we have to do is we need to find out how manager is written, or how the word given in the question is written. Then automatically we'll get to know answer for the next one. Next question. So here school is written as TDINMM. But how school is written as TDINMM? If we could find out that, then automatically we will know the answer for throne. So we will see that. The answer is none of these actually in the given options, because this particular coding school is written as +1 +1 +1 -1 -2 +1. See, it's like, very confusing. If we take in the same options +1 +1 +1 -1 -2 +1, if we take the same series, you don't get the answer UISNUO. It's not given in any of the 4 options. That's why none of these is the right answer. But sometimes UISNUO might be given in one of the options and they might ask you the question. So we need to find out first of all how school is written as TDINMM. First of all, we will see yes, and we will compare with T. Is it +1 or -1 or +2 or +3 or -3 or +2? If we could identify that, if we could write that quickly, sometimes if you practice so many questions, you don't need pen and paper. You can write that on your brain also. That is possible. I have seen people doing that. So moving on to the next question. Informer is written as REMROFNI. How is this written? Then if we know that, then we can easily write scientist. So we will quickly check that. See, informer is written in a reverse order, and when it is written in reverse order, then it comes REMROFNI. So it became very simple to write scientist. That is why TSITNEICS is the right answer. Now we will move on to the problem figures. So 4 different options were given there. You need to fill the question mark, but how? See how we have to think. So here the square is removed first of all, and that into mark will remain the same. The lines inside the square box will remain, and they have added 4 black dots, right? In the same way, if you remove the circle, the plus symbol or the lines inside the circle will remain the same, and you add the black dots again. That is why A is the answer, right? So quickly, next problem question here, problem figure. Yeah. So D is the answer, but why is D is the answer? Simple. They have moved the entire series to the anti-clockwise. See, from first one in the question, if you see, that is moved on to into the anti-clockwise one. Again they have moved to anti-clockwise. Again they have moved to anti-clockwise. That's how the series is completed, and D is the right answer. Let's check the next one. Now here B is the answer, but why B is the answer? It's little tricky because 2 x's are there, no? I mean in the question before the question mark. What they have done is, if you see the examples given, first 2, those 2 were interchanged. That means 0 went to bottom 0 went to the x position, and bottom x went to 0 position or circle, if you can think. So in the same way, in the given when at the place of question mark, these 2 x's will interchange, right? And the designs by the side of the horizontal line, that means this vertical line, the bottom 2 were interchanged, and the horizontal, the designs by the side of horizontal line remains unchanged. So in that way, we need to calculate. It will be very difficult when we are doing it for the first time or second time. But if you keep on doing it, your brain will automatically give you the answer, without much difficulty. Let's move on to this series. Now here see, the first and third lines from above, from the top, are reversed. So instead of right, they became to left. And the second line disappears. The second line is completely removed, and the bottom line is enlarged. That means it was dragged in the same direction. So in the same way, if you take this one also, the third one, then the answer will be C. You can practice it actually. It really works. So let's check the next one. Now here, it seems to be very complicated, but if we try to, if we participate in so many, if we practice so many questions like this, it becomes easy. See, one plus sign is decreased, and then remaining plus signs are surrounded by the circle, while the black circle is whitened. So if it is black one became whitened, so the whitened we will choose the black one. In the same way, white circle is blackened, so x symbols are surrounded by squares, and one x symbol is decreased. So here 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 x's are there, and instead of these 5x we will remove 1x, and those x's are surrounded by the squares, and white 0 became circle. That's why D is the right answer. Okay, I tried my best to give the explanations, right? And thank you all for listening to this patiently, and patiently. And I want you to give you the feedback. How well did you like, or why you did not like it if you don't like it. Okay, so just try to post your comments. And today you will definitely have the quiz again, 7:30. But I received few messages that because every day evening the weather is going bad, and very soon we are going to enter into the monsoons as well. So if at all, if the weather becomes like that in the evenings every day, we cannot continue the quiz at 7:30. So I might change the time for this quiz. So I will inform and post it in the groups and as well as on YouTube. Okay, that's all for now.